Good day, Broncos. We are live from McKinney ISD Studios. On today's show, Marielle Standridge helps our Broncos stay motivated during the fourth quarter.
Then, Abby Baker gives us a rundown of the best ways to stay up to date with concerts.
And finally, Ryan Jorgensen gives us advice on how to vlog like a pro.
Hi, I'm Josie Cowley.
And I'm Tim Longoria. Today is Friday, March 22nd, and this is BNN.
Live from McKinney ISD Studio, this is Bronco News Network.
Well, Josie, guess what time it is? It is the fourth quarter.
I know, I'm so ready. The senioritis has definitely been kicking in. I'm trying so hard to fight it, but it's hard.
Oh my gosh, I bet it is. You know, I'm still a junior and I have senioritis.
Right, I probably got it around sophomore year.
Exactly.
But it's okay, we're gonna make it through.
Well, getting through this last quarter is tough for everyone, no matter the grade level. Marielle Standridge went to find out just how each grade level is affected by the fourth quarter while giving some insight on how to stay motivated.
Motivation can be hard to keep up in life, especially in school.
So really, as seniors just start showing less motivation, essentially just by not turning in their work.
This increase in discouragement during the fourth quarter affects all grade levels. But how does it affect us differently?
You're more pressured to do well, to if you had bad grades, to maintain them and get them back up. So I think it's a lot more stressful than the other quarters, but it's also exciting because the year's ending.
Our juniors and underclassmen have another few years of high school to keep them motivated through this last quarter of the year. As for our senior class, who are moving on to things outside of high school, keeping them motivated can be a bit of a challenge.
Personally, I was accepted into college the second week of school, so all year it's been a real struggle to actually stay motivated. So as a senior, I would say just focusing on the end and preparing for college, and that's what drives me.
Through our lack of motivation, our teachers try their hardest to keep us on our toes and interested.
Kind of treat it like a job. Here's what I need to get done in order to move on. If you're in survival mode, I hope you're not, okay? But if you are, just think of it, hey, here's A, B, C, here's what I have to get done in order to move on to that next stage.
It is important to understand that for all of our seniors, this last semester could be the most important for colleges to see.
A couple of things, grades never freeze. Your grade and your GPA never freezes. Yes, your walking rank does, but that's it.
No matter what grade you're in, staying motivated in this last quarter is crucial to future success. Stay strong, Broncos. We're almost there. Marielle Standridge, BNN.
This year, McKinney ISD will be making a change to the spring exam schedule. Due to the need to meet the state requirements for minutes in school, our last week of final exams will now be full days with extended and varying periods.
Well, I know it's hard. I can't say that I wouldn't dread it, but it's one of those, it is kind of what it is, and we just have to make the best out of it. It's a funding issue is what it is. So we're required by the state of Texas to be in school so many minutes per year. And so with us getting out early, we don't get credit for that. And so we were going to be short on our minutes. And so in order to make sure that we don't lose funding as a district, then that's why we had to only get the one day.
And no worries, Broncos, we still get a half day on the last day of school. For more information, be sure to check out redacrossthenation.com.
Along with the new schedule, McKinney ISD is also tightening their restrictions on vaping and e-cigarette punishments. Jonathan Eigen gives us the details on the new consequences and their impacts.
McKinney ISD is cracking down on electronic cigarettes and THC. But with new rules come questions.
Vaping on school grounds, well, traditionally, or before the new district policy, it was just 2 days in ISS. They would seize your e-cig and offer it up to your parents, but if the parents didn't want it, then they would dispose of it. But now, you're looking at suspension and possible DAEP placement or alternative school placement.
With most of MISD students being involved in an athletic or UIL program, the punishments are up to your coach or director.
I think, well, obviously, if you get suspended and you're in, say, in athletics or band or whatever the case is, and there's consequences that you would have to go through, say, do the head coaches, whatever sport you're in, or maybe Mr. Nunez. Could be some type of suspension, like a one-game suspension if you're in athletics, or maybe you might have to sit out a competition or something along those lines.
With 37.6 milligrams being the average intake of a smoker, the dangers are getting higher by the day. And to keep our students safe, MISD has jurisdiction over 300 feet off campus.
I would say nowhere's safe. I mean, they have the drug dog that comes out and they put them out and they randomly hit cars in the parking lot, and then he'll hit on nicotine, just like he'll hit on weed or alcohol. So, I mean, just don't bring it.
With these protocols already in full swing here at MISD, the consequences are only getting more serious. Jonathan Eigen, BNN.
With the end of the year fast approaching, yearbook signings are as well. The deadline to purchase your yearbook is April 30th. Payments can be made online at sites.google.com/view/MBHS yearbook or by delivering cash or check with a completed form to the yearbook room.
We are often unaware of the impacts of our daily routines. Kat Wright gives us a look at how small items like straws can have a big impact in the environment.
Plastic waste is a problem that seems to be spiraling out of control. Americans generate around 10.5 million tons of plastic in a year. However, our Boyd Broncos are here to make a difference by bringing in their own reusable items.
I use my reusable straw. I got it off of Amazon.
Plastic buildup is not something that affects only humans. It affects sea life too.
I just don't want animals to get killed by all the plastic waste and all the other things that go into the ocean.
Students here at Boyd are trying to get more and more people to use reusable items.
I know like a lot of people think that like just because it's one person who does it, like it's not gonna make that big of a difference, but like everyone kind of has that mindset. So I feel like if everyone kind of did like what I did and like tried to at least cut down on the stuff that they use, it would make more of an impact.
Next time you go out to eat, take a minute to stop and think about how you're affecting the environment around you. Kat Wright, BNN.
Keeping the environment healthy is just as important as keeping yourself healthy. And though the flu season may be coming to a close, with Texas's unpredictable weather, it never hurts to be careful. Tristan Van Steeder gives us some tips on staying healthy this spring.
Texas weather is unpredictable with all the ups and downs we've had lately. All these factors make it difficult to stay healthy and not catch the flu. We all hate getting sick, besides the fact that we get to skip school for a day. But after a while of dealing with these symptoms, it can just be a drag.
Well, if you're sick, you can't help it. Your body is basically shutting down and trying to fight an invading virus that shouldn't be there. You don't have an option. You cannot, if you stay home from school, it's because it was bad enough that you can't function on a normal basis.
And when it comes to staying home, there's a lot more people than we think that stay home from school because they are sick. We are seeing more than 20 to 50 kids out multiple days in a row. And I'd say about roughly 10 kids leaving school every day due to having the flu or some kind of sickness. Ways to avoid getting sick would be just to wash your hands, not touch your face, and don't share food and drinks. But what would be the limit between deciding whether to go home or stay at school?
So you need to be fever-free for 24 hours. That's MISD rules. Fever-free without medicines for 24 hours before returning to school. So if we send you home and say, don't come back because we don't want you spreading it, you have to stay home for 24 hours until you're fever-free.
Even with those procedures in place, sometimes we just need our own personal day to stay home and relax. Tristan Van Steeder, BNN.
Well, Josie, you know what I have been enjoying is the 60s and 70-degree weather
Oh my gosh, it's
this
been
past
so great.
week.
Yeah, no, it's been so much better than the past couple of weeks of like 20s and 30s. I was so tired of it. We didn't even get any snow, so what's the point?
I know, but it's Texas, and we don't normally get snows.
Right, true.
But, hey, Rob, are we going to get any snow this week?
No, we're not getting any snow, unfortunately. Even if the second ice age comes, Texas would not get snow. That's just how it works, guys. But next week is going to be nice, as it's expected to be the same temperatures with these high 70s we've been holding all week. The same thing can be said for this weekend, as we can expect a high of 69 on Friday and a low of 62 on 50, and a high of 62 on Saturday and a low of 54 on Saturday, and a high of 71 on Sunday and a low of 59. Wednesday marked the start of spring, and I asked our Broncos about their feelings about it. March 20th marks the start of a spring season for Texas, consisting of tons of allergies and temperatures that match New York's summers, and of course the start of crazy storms and spring showers. March 9th was a prime example of this crazy weather where we had nonstop rain for 5 days. We asked some of our Broncos about their spring experiences.
I mean, the spring weather is the most perfect weather. It's almost, I mean, here in Texas, I mean, right now it's in the 20s, but usually during springtime it's always in the 80s, and it's just nice sunny weather, some clouds, but always perfect weather for playing sports.
Unfortunately, not all Broncos enjoy the spring weather.
It's not that great, honestly. Texas goes back and forth between being hot and being cold. And sometimes it even switches like from the morning all the way to the evening, so not that great.
While opinions may be divided on spring, one thing's for certain, people want that warm weather. Rob Harris, BNN.
Well, I am definitely excited for this whole new start to spring and everything. I just feel like I have so much energy to get things done now.
Oh my gosh, most definitely. And like I said, this past week, just like 60s and 70s and all that stuff, I just love the weather, you know? I go outside and I'm happy.
Exactly, it puts you in a good mood. It's the best kind of weather.
Exactly. With nicer weather coming back to Texas, it allows us to be able to do more outdoor activities again, like going to more concerts. Staying up to date with concerts can be confusing. Luckily, Abby Baker has a rundown of how to stay up to date.
One of the many things Dallas is known for is its diverse concert scene. With 30-plus different concert venues in the city of Dallas, it can be hard to keep track of all the talent coming into the livacious city. Apps like Bands in Town, Songkick, and Spotify can make it a breeze to be the first to know who's playing in town.
On Spotify, they send us emails, all their users' emails that has certain codes on it, and you can use those to keep up with pre-sale tickets.
With Bands in Town and Songkick, they connect to your Spotify or Facebook to evaluate what artists you follow and listen to.
I'm going to see Anderson .Paak in I think like June. I wouldn't have known about it if I didn't have this app, because it was like, hey, Anderson .Paak's coming. I'm like, cool, because I follow him. So yeah, it's pretty dope.
Use these apps and be the first to know about bands and artists before tickets sell out. Abby Baker, BNN.
As DFW is the hub for events like concerts and festivals, you might want to share these awesome experiences. Ryan Jorgensen gives you some expert advice on how to vlog like a pro.
What is up, guys? I am coming at you guys with another video, and today Ryan Jorgensen Vlogs is working with BNN to show you guys how easy it is to vlog. But how easy is it really? Vlogging consists of 5 major elements: sound, lighting, editing, length, and entertainment. All of which are very important aspects when it comes to vlogging.
People watch vlogging for entertainment, so if you can't provide entertainment, there's really no point of vlogging. So always make sure you have content, always make sure that you can find content if content isn't given to you.
Another key element in a vlog is the equipment you use. Vloggers can typically use 3 different levels of equipment in their videos. The first level of equipment is the cheapest of the 3 options. With this option, vloggers tend to use their phones and hold the camera with their hand. The second level of equipment is probably what most vloggers fall under. This would consist of a cheaper option camera and a handheld tripod. The third level has only the most advanced and committed vloggers. People under this category usually use more expensive handheld tripods and can be found using expensive DSLRs and power shots.
Use a Canon G7X and the MX6 for the Canon, and then I also use a Canon tripod.
Vloggers do not only have very special ways to film their videos, they also have very special ways to interact with their fans.
I have lots of fans. Like, every time, like, when they subscribe to my channel, like, I say them, like, if a boy subscribes, I call them a fan bro, and if a girl subscribes, I call them a fan girl. And together, like, when everyone subscribes and they're a big fan of me, I call them fan squad. That's what I like to say.
If you're interested in vlogging, make sure you check out our vloggers here at Boyd at
Hayden Gillum Fishing,
Brookie Don Noel,
Captain Francisco.
Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and this has been Ryan Jorgensen, BNN.
Man, I mean, there's so many exciting events that you could do like around here that, I mean, you could just vlog all of them, show all of your experiences.
Exactly, like the girls and guys soccer game,
right?
Boyd baseball, you know, which one are you going to?
I'm gonna try and go out to both the soccer game and the baseball game because they're just right there next to each other, so definitely have to make it out to those tonight, though.
Right, I think I'm just gonna go like see the Boyd baseball, you know, heckle some Jesuit kids,
oh, perfect.
you know, get it done.
Well, Thomas, what about you? How are you making out to any events tonight?
Well, you know it, of course I got it, you know, gotta rep Boyd. With the playoffs on the horizon, many teams are on the look to finish the year off right, as the guys and girls soccer team try to solidify their playoff spots when they play McKinney High at McKinney ISD Stadium, with guys at 5:30 and girls at 7:30. It's been as easy as 1, 2, 3 on the field this year for sophomore pitcher Kinsey Cackley, as she is on pace for a record-breaking season.
It's challenging because you have to be able to trust yourself, and you have to be able to trust your teammates, so.
As she has become a force pitching, her average of 15 strikeouts a game has made her not only feared around the district, but a pivotal part to her team's success.
It makes our defense's lives a lot easier because she gets a lot of strikeouts, so we don't really do as much, but it's really nice because now we don't have to worry as much on our defense. We can worry on Kinsey and then focus on offense more.
As she has trained to get to this stage and developed her game, she realizes how much she has grown not only on the field, but also as a person.
It's helped me gain confidence in myself and more of getting to learn about other people and what they came from.
As softball has become a way to come out of her shell and show off her talents, she looks forward to continue to have a great season.
In her last appearance, she threw for 17 strikeouts and 2 steals on the base path in a team's 4-0 win against Allen on Tuesday. Tonight, Kinsey and the rest of the team look to have the same results against Plano Senior here at home with first pitch at 7. Baseball will also be here at 7:30 when they take on Jesuit and try and complete the sweep as they won 11-1 on Tuesday. Sophomore Tyler Collins started the game off with a leadoff home run in the first, and the team never looked back as they run-ruled the Rangers in 6 innings. You know, many of these athletes are doing so good, they're like superheroes, but I hear there's another one. Josie, Tim, y'all have any more on that?
Yeah, the new Captain Marvel movie that just came out. I mean, that's like a pretty big superhero right there.
Oh, most definitely. You know, and after Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame
Oh my gosh,
is
I'm
coming
so
out,
excited
and
for
that
that.
is the one that I'm like really looking forward
Right,
to
like
see.
definitely have to see Captain Marvel to stay up to date with like the plot and everything. That way you're
Exactly.
not confused for Endgame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's like the big one. You
I know,
the best
I know.
Avengers movie to date. It's gonna be like 3 hours. I'm so excited.
Yeah, probably gonna cry through the whole thing, but it's gonna be okay.
Exactly. While superhero movies continue to grow in popularity, one of them stands out. Captain Marvel was released on March 8th, and Abigail Puhala dove deeper into its historical significance.
Captain Marvel continues to soar higher, further, and faster, and it's now in its second week in theaters. The highly anticipated female-led Marvel film arrived in theaters on March 8th and has done anything but slow down at the box office. Here's the latest on the newest and perhaps most powerful hero to date. Captain Marvel smashed the box office, amassing over $450 million in its first weekend in theaters and making it the 6th largest opening weekend in cinematic history. If its box office numbers are any indication, Captain Marvel has been highly anticipated by both ordinary and longtime Marvel fans.
I'm very excited for Captain Marvel because I actually started watching her, like with different TV shows that had her incorporated in it whenever I was little.
Captain Marvel's release comes towards the end of the long journey that is the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it. With the highly anticipated Avengers Endgame quickly approaching, fans are eager to see how Captain Marvel will impact the conclusion of this era of heroes and what role she will have in the future of the MCU.
I think that she's going to play a predominant role in the MCU because she is going to be the one that kickstarts like the rebirth of the MCU.
The MCU has had no shortage of heroes over the years, though Captain Marvel stands out in that she's the first female lead of any MCU film. Women aren't just leading the way in the acting department in this film, though. The film is being co-directed by a woman, Anne Bowden, working alongside her directing partner, Ryan Fleck. These shifts in the film industry have people talking about how Captain Marvel will continue to influence women in entertainment in the future. Make sure to check out Captain Marvel, now playing in theaters everywhere. Abigail Puhala, BNN.
Well, Captain Marvel definitely looks like one that I'm gonna have to go see. What about y'all?
Oh, definitely. Just to like, you know, keep the plot going for
Right.
Endgame because, like I said, I'm just focused on that. How about you, Thomas?
You know, yeah, I gotta go see it. You know, kind of complete the whole Avengers thing. You know, Marvel. I had to watch them all in order. You know, gotta go with this one.
Exactly.
Same thing. You know, I've seen all the Marvel Universe movies so far. Can't miss out on this one.
Yeah, it's like if you miss one, then you like miss like the whole plot line for the next thing. Like I always have to
Exactly.
explain stuff to my parents. Like that's connected to that.
You got to start all over if you
Right.
miss one.
Well, that's all for today's show, Broncos. Join us on April 5th when we take a closer look at the new final exam schedule and our recent student council elections.
And remember, news is always stampeding through the halls at Boyd, and BNN has it covered.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook and YouTube at Bronco News Network or on Twitter and Snapchat at Boyd_BNN. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend, Broncos.